Hi, Miss Na.
Bữa nay 9 giờ học hay là 9 giờ 15 vậy?
Oh, it's still 9 a.m. at my place, Miss Na. 9:05.
Bữa giờ tưởng học 9 giờ 15.
Oh, no. Because I thought that we're gonna change to 9:05 this week, and then next week is we move on to another day. Right? Tại vì tuần này em vẫn tưởng là chúng ta đổi lịch sớm lên đúng không ạ? Còn tuần sau là chúng ta mới bắt đầu đổi sang ngày khác.
Vậy là 9 giờ đúng không?
Yes, okay. Oh, next week we will start on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, Miss Na? Next week?
Đổi ngày mà. Mà chủ
Yes.
nhật ngày mà.
Sunday, Tuesday, sorry. Yeah, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, your time.
Yeah.
So starting next week. So
Mấy
it's
giờ?
gonna be 9:50 your time and 8:15 my time. 9 giờ 15 bên của Miss Na và 8 giờ 15 bên em đã. Đúng không ạ?
9 giờ 15. Tuần tới.
Đấy là em vẫn theo cái lịch mà lần trước Miss Na và em bàn với nhau nha.
Ok, là chủ nhật.
9 giờ 15 tối bên Miss Na. Chủ nhật
thứ ba, thứ năm.
thứ năm.
Ok. Còn thứ sáu thì vẫn học 9 giờ đúng không?
Friday? Oh, what do you mean Friday, Miss Na? Tức là nếu ví dụ như mình học chủ nhật thứ ba, thứ năm là coi như là một tuần đấy ạ.
Nhưng mà tuần này chưa hết mà.
Yep. Alright. Vậy thì tuần này nhá, tuần này Miss Na có học không hay là chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu tuần sau ạ? Tức là tuần sau mình sẽ bắt đầu học vào chủ nhật với Miss Na luôn đấy ạ.
Vậy là nếu vậy là thứ sáu này khỏi học đúng không?
Ok. Tối thứ sáu này Miss Na có muốn học không ạ? Nếu không mình có thể học một buổi để mình bắt đầu chuyển sang hôm chủ nhật luôn cũng được Miss Na nha. Yes, okay.
Ok.
Alright. So we off this.
Học tối nay xong chủ nhật start lại.
Ok, yeah. Vậy thì mình sẽ off một buổi hôm thứ sáu Miss Na nha.
Okay.
Đấy, để em nốt lại. Tại vì nhiều lúc cái thời gian nó bị chênh một ngày nên là kiểu bị confusing. Okay, this Friday. Yeah, sure, no problem. Right. Và em cũng quên mất em nói luôn với Miss Na đấy là cái phần video ấy ạ, thì em đã bắt đầu up dần các cái video rồi, nhưng mà em hỏi lại bên kỹ thuật ạ, thì video nó chỉ sẽ lưu lại trong vòng 2 tháng thôi. Nên là những cái buổi mà từ khóa trước thì sẽ không lưu lại được Miss Na. Người ta bảo là cái này là đã gửi trong mail để nhắc mọi người rồi, nên là em không rõ Miss Na đã nhìn thấy cái mail đấy chưa.
Nhìn thấy rồi nhưng mà tải về không có được, tại vì bên này không có máy tính.
Yeah. Nếu mà ở khóa trước là sẽ không tải được đâu ạ, bởi vì là nó xa quá. Nó chỉ trong khoảng 2 tháng thôi. Vì vậy là em sẽ bắt đầu tải từ cái Top Notch One Miss này nha. Yeah. Còn Top Notch Zero là không có lưu lại được video đấy ạ.
Ok.
Em đang tải dần các video lên rồi trên YouTube và bao giờ em sẽ gửi cho Miss Na một thể luôn.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, no problem. Let me share my screen with you. Today we'll move on with the unit about transportation.
Cái unit này xong chưa đúng không?
This is the last lesson of Unit 9, Miss Na. Today is the last lesson. All right. So we are talking about taking transportation like train, bus, taxi, ship, anything. All right. And when we go on transportation, of course, we're going to have some problems. All right. So today we will describe transport problems. You can say transportation or transport here. Okay. All right. So Ms. Na, can you tell me some of the transport problems that you have encountered in the past? Delay from the flight. All right. What else, Ms. Na? Anything else? delay, overbook.
Never.
Never. Yeah. All right, that's good. So often we have our flight delay. All right. Now, today we have some other problems too, and I think these are very common problems. So the first part, we have the vocab about transportation problems, and the second part, we have reading. And our reading today, we have be pumped from the flight. Right? We'll explain this one later, Ms. Nat. Okay, we'll see this one later. So let's see the transportation problem first. Let's look at the picture, Ms. Nat. Can you help me to read the first one?
We had an accident.
Yeah, we had an accident, right? So when we say we had an accident, maybe we hit a tree or some car crashed on us. Accident. Tai nạn chung chung. Right. Next one, Ms. Nat. There are some problems with the plane, so we can say we had mechanical problems, right? So, Ms. Nat, can you help me to say this word, mechanical?
Mechanical.
Yeah, all right. Mechanical means
Máy móc hả?
yeah. We have mechanic. Mechanic là thợ sửa chữa, Ms. Nat nhỉ? Vậy thì we have mechanical problem. Vấn đề về máy móc.
Vấn đề về máy móc.
Yeah, mechanical. Or we can say kỹ thuật. But in this case, if we talk about transportation, we can talk about máy móc more than kỹ thuật, something like that. All right. Next one, I think this one we usually encounter too. What is it, Ms. Nat?
Trễ.
Ah,
Trễ tàu.
we missed our train. Right. Không hẳn là trễ Ms. Nat nha, cũng có thể là trễ nhưng mà thường là mình sẽ bị lỡ chuyến tàu đấy. Okay. Tại vì nếu mà trễ thì có thể là mình đến trễ này, nhưng mà nếu mà lỡ thì có thể là vì nguyên nhân nào đó khác, maybe other reasons. So we missed our train. Or we can say we missed our bus, we missed our flight, anything. Miss train, flight, bus, anything. All right, next one, isn't it? We got pumped from the flight. All right, so we have a very long queue and they want to get onto the plane, but they got pumped from the flight. So can you guess, what does it mean, got pumped, isn't it? Just guess. They want to get onto the plane, but they can't. So they got pumped from the flight.
Máy bay có vấn đề gì hả?
All right, let's get with that. So when we say travelers or somebody got pumped from the flight, means they lost their seat on the flight because of overbooking. All right, so for example, there are more passengers on the plane than the seat. So they have to decline some of the passengers. So in this case, they said pumped from the flight. Đấy, bị từ chối lên máy bay. Bởi vì sao ạ? Có nhiều ghế có nhiều hành khách hơn số ghế.
Bumper đó là từ chối nè.
Yes. Nhưng mà nếu mình không nói là mình phải dùng cả từ này mới xem nhạc got pumped, còn không phải là pumped là từ chối nha. Cả cụm luôn ạ. Got pumped. Maybe there are many reasons, but mostly because of overbooking. Thường lý do là vì overbooking. More passengers than the seats. So they are not. Right? So got pumped from the flight, they are denied boarding from a flight. Bị từ chối lên máy bay. And they're denied often because of overbooking. Right? And sometimes when we went on a cruise or on a car or train, we often have seasick. All right. So what does it mean seasick? Isn't it? Look at this picture.
Say sống.
Yes. All right. Say some. Rất là dễ đúng không ạ? Sick cộng với sea. Seasick. If we go onto the car, we say car sick. If we use the airplane, we use air sick. So car sick or air sick. All right, so Ms. Na, can you help me to read everything again? All right, first one.
We have an accident.
Mm.
We have
Mechanical.
mechanical problem. We missed our train. We got pumpy
Pumped.
from the flight. Pumper.
Chỉ là pumped. Pumped.
Pump. We were seasick.
And also?
Car sick. And air sick.
That's good. Yes. So, Ms. Na, tell me, among these problems, did you ever have one of these problems before?
Yeah.
What was it?
Accident.
You got into an accident. All right, can I ask what happened?
Some people hit us.
Oh, hit your car when you travel
Yeah.
by car?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what happened after that when they hit the car, Ms. Na?
They had to fix my car.
Uh-huh.
And we had to go check up. They had to pay for too.
All right. All right. So luckily that is not a major accident, right? A small accident. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about seasick, car sick, or air sick? Have you ever had any problem with that?
No.
No? Right. Actually, when I was young, I usually got car sick, but now I think I get used to it. Good. All right. What about got pumped from the flight? Did you ever have one of that problems before? Pumped from the flight?
Không biết ở Việt Nam sao chứ bên này không có tình trạng này đâu.
Oh, never? Hmm.
I don't
All
think so.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good, right? Maybe some other countries. I don't think it happened in Vietnam either. Mm. Very, I don't think I have never encountered that before.
Tại vì người ta thường book máy bay là toàn là có công có chuyện hết.
Yes.
Mà lỡ chuyến bay của người ta không chịu đâu, người ta kiện đó.
Ah, right. All right. So now let's base on the vocabulary. We will listen. All right. So listen to activate means listen and complete each statement with the vocab. For example, all right, let's listen to number 1 first and let's see how can we do this one.
Listen.
All right.
Listen and complete each statement with the vocabulary. Conversation 1.
You'll never believe what happened on our holiday.
What?
Well, we took this great cruise, but the weather was really bad. The sea was so rough it was even hard to walk.
Oh no, what bad luck. Well, was the food good at least?
Food? Are you kidding? We couldn't eat a thing. We felt awful.
Right. So they got onto a cruise. Do you remember cruise, Miss Nett? Cruise.
Yeah.
All right. So what problems do they have with the cruise?
Overbook.
Overbooked? Ah, all right. But normally on a cruise, we don't have overbooked, Miss Nett. All right. Now listen again.
Each statement with the vocabulary. Conversation 1.
You'll never believe what happened on our holiday.
What?
Well, we took this great cruise, but the weather was really bad. The sea was so rough it was even hard to walk.
Oh no, what bad luck.
All right. The sea was so rough. Biển thì động nha. The sea was rough. Người ta dùng cái từ là rough. Khi mà dùng cái từ này có nghĩa là biển hay là cái gì đó động. The sea was. The weather was bad. All right. So what problems with the sea was rough and the weather was bad, isn't it, on a cruise?
Nghe cái gì mà book gì đó.
Boat? No, they didn't mention about boat, Krista. Biển thì động này, thời tiết thì xấu. Vậy thì cái problem của họ đây là mình sẽ suy ra nhà họ không nhắc đến cái từ này ạ. They got sea sick. Yep, alright, Miss Duck. Listen again to that part. Họ nói là biển bị, không nói là seasick nha, nhưng mà nói là biển thì làm sao và thời tiết này.
You'll never believe what happened on our holiday.
What?
Well, we took this great cruise, but the weather was really bad.
The weather was bad.
The sea was so rough it was even
The sea was rough.
hard to walk.
Oh no, what bad luck. Well, was the food good at least?
Food? Are you kidding? We couldn't eat a thing.
Right, Miss Duck? Did you hear it?
Yeah, but so the hard to book gì đó.
It's even hard to walk. Walk.
Hard to walk.
Yes, đi lại ở trên cái cruise is even hard to walk. So you mistook it to book.
Yeah, it's hard to walk.
Yes. Cái giọng accent của họ khác đúng không ạ? Họ nói là walk. Yeah. Right. So because the sea was rough, the weather was bad, so they got seasick. So we use the vocab from the vocabulary. Chúng ta sử dụng ngay cái từ ở phía trên đúng không ạ? Alright. Now, we know how to do it. So let's listen to number 2.
Felt awful.
Conversation 2.
How was the trip with your family?
It ended well, but it started badly.
What do you mean?
Well, the airport limo hit a bus.
Did anyone get hurt?
No, but it was really scary.
Right. So in this case, what problems, Miss Nett?
Lemon on the boat.
The limo hit a bus.
Limo. Xe limo đó là gì hả? Xe dài hả?
Yes, limousine. Cái xe limo
Limo-
dài dài lần trước đấy ạ. Yep.
Accident.
Okay. They had an accident. Khi mà mình nói là bị tai nạn, chúng ta hay nói là had an accident. That's good. All right, listen again to that part.
Conversation 2.
How was the trip with your family?
It ended well, but it started badly.
What do you mean?
Well, the airport limo hit a bus.
Did anyone get hurt?
The airport limo hit a bus. You hear that, Miss Na?
Yeah.
That's good. Cái xe limo nó bị đâm vào cái xe buýt đúng không ạ?
No, but it was really scary.
All right, number 3.
Conversation 3.
How was your trip?
Pretty good, except for one thing.
What was that?
Well, they overbooked our flight and we couldn't get on.
What do you mean they overbooked your flight? You had tickets, didn't you?
Yes, but so did 200 other people. There were only 110 seats on the plane.
Oh no, so what happened?
Well, it turned out okay. They put us on a later flight, but we got in too late for the party.
All right, Indian accent, a little bit hard to hear. So what do you think, number 3, Miss Na?
They overbooked the flight.
Okay. Yes, they overbooked the flight. Khi mình nói là overbooked là một cái tình trạng Miss Na nha. Nhưng mà họ bị làm sao ạ?
Got bumped from the flight.
That's good. All right, got pumped from the flight. Because they said that more passengers than the seat, right?
Right.
Good. All right, she has Indian accent, so a little bit hard to hear at first.
What do you mean?
Pretty good. Yes, but so did 200 other people. There were only 110 seats on the plane.
Oh no, so what happened?
Well, it turned out okay. They put us on a later flight, but we got in too late for the party.
All right, number 4.
Conversation 4.
What time does your parents' train arrive?
Well, it was supposed to arrive at 5, but they called to say it was late.
How come? What happened?
I'm not sure. Something about the doors on the train. I think they wouldn't close, but they fixed it. They're just late.
All right, listen again one more time.
Without the
Conversation
train.
4.
What is that, Miss Na?
Without the train.
Miss on the
With
train.
the train. Yeah.
Why did they miss the train, Miss Na? Why?
They say the door can open, something like that.
The door can open. The door can open on the train, right? Yeah. All right. Now, listen to that part.
But we got in too late.
What time does your parents' train arrive?
Well, it was supposed to arrive at 5, but they called to say it was late.
How come? What happened?
I'm not sure. Something about the doors on the train. I think they wouldn't close, but they fixed it. They're just late.
All right. So he was late, or his parents were late, Miss Na.
They're not late. There's something wrong with the train. Not,
Yep.
oh.
So they didn't miss the train, Miss Na. They just late.
Right.
All right. So they didn't miss. They still got onto the plane. They just came a little bit late than the usual time. So did they miss the train, or did they have some problems with the train, Miss Na?
Some problem.
All right. Vậy thì ở đây là mình thấy là nếu mà miss the train nha thì họ không thể lên được, nhưng ở đây mình thấy là bố mẹ vẫn lên được cái train đấy đúng không ạ? Yeah. All right. So they had what, Miss Na? Mechanical
problem.
Yes. All right. So the mechanical problem here is the door. There's some problems with the door. We don't know. Yeah. All right. That's good. And last one, number 5.
Conversation 5.
What are you doing home?
There was a ton of traffic, and we got to the airport 5 minutes late. Unfortunately, the flight left on time.
Well, that was bad luck. Most flights leave late. What are you gonna do?
It's okay. We're going to take the first flight out in the morning.
All right, what do you think, Miss Na? I think this
They
one
miss
pretty clear.
out.
Mm.
They miss our flight.
Yes, they missed the flight. Right. They missed the flight because the flight left on time. And the woman said that most flights leave late, but this time the flight leaves on time. That's good, isn't it? All right. So, when you go on a flight, Miss Na, do you think that it's often leave on time?
No, I don't think so. But they got in the flight on time.
Ah, okay, yes. Me neither, Miss Na. I think I never got into any flight that left on time before. It usually 5 or 10 minutes late, or maybe an hour or 2 hours late.
Nó bay trễ nhưng mà nó bắt mình vô máy bay phải đúng giờ.
Yes, we have to board on time, but they left pretty late, right? But still, I think some fly only 5 or 10 minutes late. All right, that's good to know. So, based on situations, we can see that there are some problems with it. Right? And remember, with number 4, they just had some problem. They were not late because they still got onto the train, right? All right, that's good. Next one, we have a reading, right? Actually, 2 readings we divided into 2. Got pumped from a flight, and driver blames GPS for train crash. All right. So, do you know GPS, Miss Na? Of course, right?
Yeah, mấy chỉ đường.
That's good. So, some problems with GPS, and also us reading about got pumped. Right. So, Miss Na, I want you to read the first passage. Right, can you help me to read it? And when you finish, tell me.
Overbook the flight. Hiểu sơ sơ thôi.
All right, that's good, Miss Na. You just need to read through it a little bit. All right. So, any new words in this passage, Miss Nina?
I think so.
Ah, okay. So, can I ask, what does it mean when I say no shows?
Không có mặt.
That's good. So, a person with a reservation who doesn't show up, all right? They just left the reservation there and they don't show up. Right, Miss Nat? Yeah, okay. So,
Từ
yeah.
từ commonly đây là gì? Airline commonly overbook. Hàng đầu tiên.
Commonly, yes. Common means thường xuyên. So here is the adverb. Trạng từ của từ thường xuyên. So airlines commonly overbooked flights because of the large and predictable number of no-shows.
Còn từ predictable.
Predictable, có thể dự báo trước được. Predict là động từ dự đoán. Vậy thì ở đây là tính từ có thể đoán trước được. With here. Yeah. So airlines commonly overbook flights because they know that there will be numbers of no-shows. Họ biết là sẽ có những người không xuất hiện, đúng không ạ? So overbook. All right. Any other words, Miss Nina? This one, I have another word for you. What does it mean when I say perks? This one, perks.
Từ trên xuống dưới và thử có từ nào.
All right.
Growing number đó là cái gì? Growing á.
Growing in number. Grows mean rise, tăng lên. There is a growing number, có nghĩa là một số lượng lớn. Ý là vậy, một số lượng ngày càng tăng. Những hành khách cảm thấy may mắn, gì đó. Growing, tăng lên. Right. Nó giống từ grow up ấy ạ, lớn lên. Grow.
Compensate.
Compensate. How do we say it in Vietnamese? Đền bù. This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not compensate, we say compensate. Compensate.
Đền bù.
Yeah, đền bù. Động từ nha. They provide cash, free flights, hotels, meals to compensate them for the inconvenience. Right. Gọi là sự bất lợi, đúng không ạ? Hoặc là không tiện lợi. Inconvenience. Mình hay học có cái từ convenient, tính từ ở đây là danh từ Miss này nha. Bất lợi.
Inconvenient.
Yeah.
Convenient là thuận tiện.
Thuận tiện là convenience. Hoặc thuận tiện là có lợi. Còn đây là bất tiện, bất lợi, inconvenience.
Cái từ in fact đó là gì?
In fact, thực ra, thực tế. Fact là thực tế, vì vậy mình có thể là thực ra hoặc là thực tế ở đây. thực tế là những cái gì đó.
Cái hai từ đó luôn hả? In fact luôn. In fact.
Yeah. Nó đi liền với nhau nhỉ. Fact là thực tế. Nếu mình nói theo kiểu như là nước sôi 100 độ C, mặt trời mọc ở đằng đông, đấy là fact. Đấy, còn in fact là một loại trạng từ mình có thể đặt ở đầu câu. Khi mình muốn nói nhấn mạnh cái gì đó trên thực tế, in fact. Right? Airlines usually ask for volunteers to get off overbooked flights. In exchange.
Đồ pack.
An overbooked flight in exchange. Mình biết change là thay đổi nha. Exchange, what does it mean, Mizina? Can you guess? Mời những người này xuống cái chuyến bay này để làm gì ạ? Cho những người khác được đi lên. Vậy exchange có nghĩa là trao đổi. Exchange. Ví dụ sinh viên mà đại học viện university student, sometimes they can call exchange student if they have scholarship for 2 or 3 years in another countries. Học sinh trao đổi chẳng hạn, đi học ở một nước nào đó khoảng 2-3 năm. Cũng gọi là exchange student. Tức cái gì đấy thay đổi, trao đổi. For those perks. The perks here, Miss Na, they are cash, free flights, hotels, and meals. Perks ở đây chính là cash này, free flights, hotels, or meals. Vậy thì perks, Miss Na, can you guess what does it mean? Nếu mà mình trao đổi cái vé máy bay của mình cho người khác để người khác lên máy bay đúng không ạ? Thì mình sẽ nhận được những cái perks đó, gọi là những cái gì ạ? Perks means something that you can get. Right? So, đặc quyền in this case. Ở trong trường hợp này mình dịch đặc quyền là hợp lý nhất. Họ sẽ được trao đổi tiền này, vé máy bay miễn phí này, hoặc là ở khách sạn miễn phí chẳng hạn. And I think the last word that a little bit new for you, deplane. Deplane. Many passengers say sure because they want to get off the plane. So that means deplane. What does it mean?
Đồng ý hả?
They agree, yes, but deplane not. Plane giống như cái máy bay, vậy thì deplane sẽ là gì ạ? Please mean equal to get off the plane. Xuống máy bay nha. All right, you got it, Miss Nina? All right, so can you help me to read them again? Some of the words here. All right, so the first word we have commonly.
Commonly.
Predictable.
Predictable.
Growing number.
Growing number.
Compensate.
Compensate.
Inconvenience.
Inconvenient.
In fact.
In
Fact. Yes. Exchange.
Exchange.
Perks.
Perks.
Deplane.
Deplane.
All right, that's good, Miss Nina. So, Ms. Nat, can you tell me, why do some people get pumped from their flight?
Because they got overbooked.
That's good. And why do airlines do, what do airlines do to help pumped passengers, Ms. Nat? What do they do to help pumped passengers?
They give them
Yeah, they give them what?
free cash,
Mm,
free flight, hotel, and the meal.
that's good. All right, so they provide some perks for the pumped passengers. That's good, Ms. Nat. All right. And what do you think about the people who get pumped? Do they feel happy or do they feel sad when they have those perks?
Yeah, they happy.
Right? Because they say happily deplane. So we know that they're glad that they have some special perks like free flights or free cash. That's good, Ms. Nat. All right. Now, I have a few other questions here, but this time just based on the reading. Right? Let's base on the reading. You don't need to say 100%. You just need to base on the reading and your own ideas. Right? So, number one, why do you think airlines overbook flights, Ms. Nat? You can base on the reading or your own ideas. Why do you think airlines overbook flights? Any ideas why, Ms. Nat? Why do they have to overbook flights? Why do they just accept the passengers equal to the number of seats?
Because of the loss and critical number of no-show.
Yep, that's right. So, predictable number of no-shows. So they expect that there are many passengers who won't show up. So they will have more passengers than the seat. That's good, Mr. Nat. All right. Now, next one. Still critical thinking. All right. Let's see. Mr. Nat, could you help me to see this one? Is it true or false? Many people choose flights that will probably be overbooked. So what do you think? Many people choose flights that will probably be overbooked. What do you think, Ms. Nat?
They happy for that because they got free cash, food, and room.
All right, so I agree with you. In this case, many people are happy to choose to get off the plane. All right, that's good. So they can volunteer to get out. That's good, Ms. Nat. So, this passage actually, they're just talking about the first part, no shows. And then they said that getting pumped isn't always a bad thing because we can have free cash, free flights, and many perks. All right, that's good, Ms. Nat. Now, let's read the last one. Driver blames GPS for the train crash. All right, can you help me to read it again? You just need to find the keywords, all right, and main ideas. Did you finish reading, Miss Na?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So before we move to the details, I want to ask you first that the man in this passage took a wrong turn, right? And why did the man take a wrong turn, Miss Nina? Why? Did he take a wrong turn because he wanted to or because of the GPS?
GPS.
That's good. So in this case, the GPS directed or instructed him to make a wrong turn. Yeah, that's good, Miss Nina. So, when they took a wrong turn, mm, his car became stuck on the track, right? So why did the man and his son leave the car on the train tracks, Miss Na? Why? What happened with the car that the man and his son had to leave the car?
Yeah, because it's stuck on the track.
Yeah, it's stuck on the track and they couldn't move it. And was anyone hurt in the accident, Miss Na?
No.
No. Okay, no serious injuries. That's good. All right. Now, I have a few true or false questions for you here. So, the first one is the man, Edward. So, Edward did not follow the directions on his GPS. Is it true or false, Miss Ina?
False.
False. All right, that's good. He did follow, right? And Mr. Carter was seriously hurt. Is it true or false?
False.
False. All right, no injuries. What about the car? Mr. Carter's car was damaged.
No.
How do you know it's false, Miss Na?
Not damaged, just it's stuck.
It just stopped and he had to abandon it. All right, that's good. So,
Abandon có nghĩa là gì? Abandon.
abandon means leave it, bỏ rơi. Bỏ nó ở đó, abandon. Đấy, trong trường hợp này thì mình sẽ không dịch được bỏ rơi đúng không? Mình chỉ nói là họ rời cái xe đấy, tức là họ bỏ lại cái xe đấy thôi. Abandon. All right. So they said last night Edward told police that his car and the GPS instructed him to make a wrong turn. But after that, the car stuck on the track. Right. And he said that he was driving north with his son and they planned to go to a restaurant, something like that. We don't care. Now, he said about he followed the direction and the instruction from the GPS, right? But then he turning right and made a wrong turn. He tried to move the car off the tracks. What does it mean, move the car off the track, Miss Nut?
Chuyển chiếc xe khỏi đi track.
Tracks, this one, đường ray, right? Yep, because it was stuck. So they want to move the car off it, but they couldn't. And after that, a Metronaut commuter train hit Mr. Carter's car. Right. Có một cái tàu gì đấy nha, hit Mr. Carter's car. So, did his car damage? Sorry, was his car damaged?
Yeah.
Yes, right. The commuter train hit it. So, yes, the car was damaged. Commuter train.
Commuter train có nghĩa là gì? Tàu là train, nó commuter.
Bình thường là train Miss này nha, nhưng mà commuter train là tàu vé tháng. Cái tàu này mình sẽ đi lại để vừa đi làm vừa đi học. Nó sẽ chỉ đi đến những cái địa điểm cố định cụ thể. Right? Thì gọi là commuter train. So especially for people who traveling between home and work, tức là nó chỉ đi đến nhà và chỗ làm thôi. Nó chỉ đi đến 1 đến 2 địa điểm cố định. We call it commuter train. And it's not express train. Express train, usually we can go outside and inside the city, right? All right, so Miss Na, let's talk about the GPS. What are some advantages of GPS, Miss Na, do you think? What are some advantages? Do you remember this word? Advantages? What are some good things, right, that you can see when you use GPS?
You can go faster with that.
Faster with that? That's good. What about disadvantages? Disadvantages. What are some bad things that you can find when you use GPS?
Bad thing.
Yeah. Any bad things?
Khi mà nó hư là bad thing thôi.
Where some problem or is broke up? Yeah. Right. So would you prefer to use a map, a paper map, or a GPS, Ms. Na?
GPS.
GPS. All right. But sometimes with the electrical or the mechanical problems, we have to use the paper map, right? All right, that's good, Ms. Na. So it depends. In this case, Edward did follow the GPS, but it still told him the wrong way. Trong trường hợp này là GPS nói cho anh này cái đường rồi nha, nhưng mà bị sai đúng không ạ? So sometimes we have to look around and see if we can go there or not. Don't entirely depend on the GPS. All right, that's good, isn't it? So that is the reading, the flight and the train crash. All right, now let's do a small survey. Let's see, I have a few transportations here. Can you tell me, Miss Nina, what kind of transportation have you taken?
Airplane and taxi.
Airplane, taxi. All right, what about the bus?
Xe, car.
The car. Yes. We don't have a car here, so maybe car. What about a ferry, Miss Na, or a ship? Had you taken the ship or a ferry before?
No.
Never? Oh, Miss Na, do you remember this one? Ferry, phà.
Phà, very far.
Yeah, ferry is phà. The ship usually it will sail on the sea, all right? But ferry normally will on a river or narrow area of water. So the ships usually we can see on the sea, ferry only the river. Thì những cái nơi nào như kiểu sông hoặc là nước nó nông một chút, narrow water.
Sông.
Narrow area. Yeah.
Ship là biển.
Yes. The ship usually is very big. The ferry is a little bit smaller sometimes. But the ferry can be very big.
Ship là tàu.
Ship, yeah, tàu. Nó khác với boat, Miss Na nha. Boat là thuyền nhỏ. Ship thì thường là tàu và tàu lớn. big one. And the ferry, Miss Na, is very slow. I used to take a ferry in Nha Trang to an island. I don't remember the name of the island, but it's very, very slow. It would take the ship or the boat maybe 30 minutes, but the ferry, it takes more than 1 hour. Yeah, very, very slow. All right, what about helicopter? Can you tell me what is helicopter, Miss Na? Yeah, trực thăng, right? So different from plane. Cái này cũng khác với plane. Right.
Trực thăng cá nhân hả hay là trực thăng gì?
Chỉ là trực thăng thôi ạ. Bất cứ loại trực thăng gì cũng gọi là helicopter. In Vietnam, we can take helicopter in Ha Long Bay. I remember that it has a service to ride helicopter for 10 minutes. And it costs around 2 million for 10 minutes.
Too much.
Yes, only 10 to 15 minutes, but 2 minutes, quite expensive. And I remember that I think last year or the last 2 years, there was an accident about the helicopter in Ha Long Bay. A family went on the helicopter and they just got on the plane, and then 2 or 3 minutes later, the helicopter suddenly, explode something on the sky, and then they pass away at that time. It was pretty popular or very common accident in Ha Long Bay at that moment.
How many people?
I remember the 4 people on the air helicopter.
And all die?
Yes, they all died, included the pilot.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. And they are all very rich people, Miss Enough, because normally the people who have money will go on helicopter because it's quite expensive. I remember that Vietnamese people. All right, so that was a very sad story at that time. Even though I think that after that they just shut down the helicopter service in Ha Long Bay. I don't know, what about now?
Who pay for all?
Oh, you mean the helicopter?
Yeah. Company make?
Yes. I remember that they have very high insurance too. So the company has to pay for it. Yeah. Because when you got onto the helicopter, you have insurance, right? But you also have to say that you have to take in charge of maybe have some problems on the helicopter. So maybe half of the insurance. All right. So when we talk about transportation, you talk about bus, all right, or car. Let's see. You just talk about car and maybe airplane, right? So can you tell me about a time that you have problems with car or airplane, Miss Ina? When was it?
This year?
Oh, this year?
Last year.
Last
December.
year. All right, last year. Okay, so let's see.
Saturday.
December. All right, what happened, Miss Ina? Sorry, what was the destination?
Accident.
Accident? Oh, where did you go to that time? The destination of the trip? To work. Okay. An accident, the problems? Oh, the one you told me before, right? Right. So what about airplane? Do you have any problems with that?
Not too bad.
Only the delay. All right, that's good to know. So, can you tell me again about the car accident based on the information here? Maybe we shouldn't talk about the airplane anymore. All right, Ms. Nat, can you tell me again about the car accident that you had last year?
Xe bị hư rồi đi sửa.
Yes, can you tell me again in English about that accident?
We have to fix my car.
All right. Oh, you can start with I had a car accident in December last year, for example. You can start like that. Right? You can start like I had a car accident in December 2023 or last year. Right? And what happened with the car and what happened with you and maybe the people on the car?
Is not too bad. We got an injury, but not too bad. Just we hurt a little bit, and my car need fix.
Oh, did it cost a lot of money to fix the car, Ms. Nat?
Yeah, but they pay for.
Okay, that's good.
Because they car, not my car.
Oh, so the damaged car was their car, not your car.
No, like if they hit me, they insurance pay for.
Oh, okay.
If I hit some people, my insurance pay for.
All right. I got what you mean. Okay. So luckily, no major injuries, right? So maybe only you hurt a little bit on the arm or face, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear. All right, that's good, Ms. Nat. So that is also the last unit and the last lesson of Unit 9, right? We talk about transportation, everything about transportation, from means of transportation, problems, and also especially some phrases that we can use when we go to the airport. Okay, that's good, Ms. Nat. So, do you have any questions for this one, Ms. Nat?
No.
No. All right, that's good. Yeah. I haven't checked that yet because I think from Unit 9 or Unit 8.
Yeah, đang dừng ở Unit 8.
Okay. Miss Nat, I think we'll be off this week, right? Vậy là thứ sau đấy mình off Miss Nat nha. Và mình sẽ quay trở lại vào tuần sau next week vào ngày mới luôn. On Sunday, yeah. All right, thank you, Miss Nat. Have a good night, even though it's pretty late at your time.
Yeah. Học trễ quá rồi lo ra buồn ngủ.
All right, so good night, Miss Nat, and I will see you next week. Okay.
So thank you.
Yeah. Goodbye, Miss Nat.